Hello there, and welcome to today's class talking about autoimmune conditions and trauma. So, as you're hopping on live to join me, I would love for you to say hi in the comments, or if you're watching the replay, let me know that as well. And as you're just rolling in, I'm just going to get started and let you know that you're in the right place if you are a woman who's tired of dealing with pain and inflammation in your body. You're tired of being stressed out and anxious that you're going to have another flare up. And when you do have those flare ups, you're stressed out that it's hard to get what you need to done on a daily basis. You deal with extreme fatigue all day long, and that's really frustrating for you. And you find yourself sad and depressed and just missing that version of you who really could feel happy, vibrant, and enjoy your life. So if this sounds like you definitely need to keep watching because this video and this class are just for you. Today, I'm going to share with you a simple way to heal the trauma that is causing your autoimmune issues so that you can experience a big decrease in your pain, inflammation, and other annoying symptoms. You can stop stressing out and being anxious that you are going to have another flare-up and it's going to derail your day, and you can get more things done and enjoy your life again without more medications, without a cabinet full of supplements, and without hours-long healing sessions. So welcome, and let me know that you're here. Say, tap like if you're enjoying this video and this class so far. And I'd also encourage you, as you watch this or after you're done, if this gave you some ahas or some insights and you know another woman who is struggling with autoimmune, please share this because I want to serve more women with this information. So I want to get started, and let me introduce myself. My name is Lynn Del Mastro Thompson. I am a certified hypnotist. I'm an energy healer, and over the past 13 years, I've helped hundreds of women to get real relief from their autoimmune symptoms. And yes, it is possible. So if you're new to me and my work, I'd love for you to say hi in the comments so I can know who you are. Even if you're watching the replay, it's fine to say hi. And if you've caught some of what I've shared before, say hi again too, because I love to know who watches. And thank you for taking time out of your day to engage with what I'm sharing. So let's get into it. So I want to share with you the first sign that your autoimmune disease is staying in your body because of trauma is that you are actually in pain and experience flare-ups on a regular basis in your life. So you find yourself slapping a smile on your face and you grit your way through your day because nobody really understands how much you're suffering and how hard it is to live with an autoimmune condition. And you don't really want to feel helpless anymore. And you definitely don't want to feel like people have to take care of you, especially your family, right? So say one, drop a one in the comments if that sounds like a familiar scenario. Another sign that your autoimmune is staying stuck in your body because of trauma is that you're constantly struggling with fatigue. You wake up in the morning, you feel like you are completely exhausted and that you could sleep for another 5, 6, 7 hours and maybe even days straight, but you know that you can't because there's people depending on you and you can't just live your life in bed. So you drag yourself out of bed, you force yourself to get to your to-dos or what you need to, and you wind up feeling miserable and like you're fighting against your body all day long. When you do manage to go to the things that you sort of wanted to be able to do, family activities, gatherings, seeing your friends, you find yourself not actually even enjoying what you're doing because you don't really still feel well. So you just kind of, again, gritted your teeth and got yourself there. And you feel frustrated because you're missing out on enjoying your life. So drop a 2 in the comments if this sounds familiar. And the third sign that your autoimmune is staying stuck in your body due to trauma is that you find yourself experiencing brain fog on a regular basis. And then you don't feel like yourself, and that leaves you feeling frustrated and sad about how your life has become sorry, I talk too fast sometimes, about how your life has actually been dictated by your circumstances and your symptoms. So, well, once you had a real zest for your life and you were able to enjoy time with family and friends and doing things with your kids, doing meaningful work in the world and hobbies, now you feel like your life is just very limited and you have to keep up with just the basics of cleaning your house, getting the groceries, the things that all of us have to do because we're humans. We have to do them. And you miss the version of yourself who used to feel happy and energized and vibrant and alive. And you want to get back to her because she was pretty awesome, right? So drop a 3 if this sounds familiar to you. And I want to share that if you're like many women with autoimmune that I've encountered and spoken with, you've probably spent countless hours researching different supplements to see what might help. You've tried all sorts of different anti-inflammatory diets out there, and that feels really frustrating and restrictive, and you still have symptoms. And maybe you've seen a lot of different practitioners, you've spent a lot of money on protocols, and if you're still here watching, I've got to say, you probably aren't feeling better. So you're looking for something else. So I want to share with you now why you're not getting results and why you've tried a lot of things, but you're still stuck. And the reason is because your nervous system is dysregulated or imbalanced due to trauma that happened in your life. Now, the trauma that happened could have happened 20 years ago. It could have happened in early childhood. It could be something you don't even necessarily label as trauma with a capital T, because we often think of trauma as, very big things like abuse or being assaulted. But maybe it's something a little more subtle. And it could even be something that you experienced in childhood or young adulthood that made you believe something about yourself, like I'm not good enough. And when we have beliefs like that, it triggers old hardwired fears about being excluded from the tribe. And so that can also be a trauma response in our body, even though it doesn't sound like it when we just say, how could a belief like that be a trauma? So I want to share with you that when you have experienced trauma in your past, your body and your brain both believe now that you are in a state of danger, and that state of danger is happening right now. So your brain starts to ramp up the whole body, especially your immune system, and it's trying to protect you from the danger that it thinks is happening. So autoimmune is kind of like your body trying to protect you from a tiger that it thinks is hiding around the corner. But your body doesn't always register, and your brain doesn't always register that that tiger is something that could have happened many, many years ago. So even if you don't feel stressed out, your brain and your nervous system leave you feeling like you're in a life-threatening situation. And therefore, your brain will start to release more cortisol and adrenaline. So those are stress hormones. They may sound familiar. And when we have a lot of those hormones, especially cortisol, it raises inflammation in our body. And what does inflammation equate to? Inflammation equates to pain and other issues in our body. And I want to share with you that this is something that you're not going to hear from a doctor because they don't look at the body as a whole system like I do. So in working with clients, I look at the whole picture. We address the brain, the nervous system, and when we're talking about the brain, we talk especially about the subconscious mind, which I'm going to share a little bit more about here in a moment. We talk about how the brain and the nervous system interface, as well as how the immune system is wrapped up in all of that. And we also take into account what's going on emotionally, trauma being one of those things, and energetically in your body and in your systems as well. So these are exactly the types of things that I work with clients all the time with inside my Inner Circle membership, because I really believe that we aren't just physical beings. You aren't just a body. And even though those symptoms that you feel are showing up in your body and they're the things that get your attention most because you feel them, you experience them, they actually started at different levels of your being. They started with your mind. They started with the beliefs that you had, the trauma that got stored in your subconscious. They're stored in your emotional body, in your nervous system, and in your energetic being, which has to do with things like the chakras that you may have heard of, the meridian systems. So we're way more complicated than just the physical body. And to heal, we have to address all of these things. And particularly, I want to add, to heal trauma, which is linked to autoimmune, we need to work on all of these areas. So if this is registering with you, I'd love for you to say yes in the comments. Like, let me know what is landing for you, what might be an aha that you're having. And again, if this is something you think someone else might benefit from, please share it out. And I just want to say, you don't necessarily have to believe what I'm saying. You can Google the impact of cortisol on your inflammation levels, on your body attacking itself. And once you do, just make sure that you've saved this video or you followed my profile and give me a message, because after you discover this, you're going to want to come back and hear more of what I have to say. So if this is all registering with you and you want to try to get this type of result now, you want that type of shift, then I have exciting news, because starting next week, I'm going to be running a 10-day experience to help you reprogram your mind to heal your autoimmune. So we're going to use the powerful tool of hypnosis to reprogram your mind to shoot a new movie, not that same old trauma movie that keeps playing over and over and over on repeat. And I want to share a little bit about the subconscious, and also maybe a little allay any anxiety about hypnosis you might have. So hypnosis isn't mind control. It isn't like you've seen in a movie. You'll never be asked to bark like a dog or cluck like a chicken. You're in control the whole entire time. You can open your eyes when you're listening to the audio at any point. But hypnosis, why do I use it? It's because our subconscious mind is one of the key areas where trauma gets stored. It's like a vault of all our daily experiences. Anything you've experienced, any beliefs, memories, traumas, they're all there. And while we think we're making conscious decisions, we are only in the conscious mind 5% of the time. So 95% of the time, this subconscious is doing the work. It's running the show. And we can't access it by talking about things. You can't work at the subconscious level simply by sharing, oh, this happened to me. You can't rewrite what happened without getting to it through something like hypnosis. So when we use the tool of hypnosis, which is just a fast and effective way that feels a lot like meditation or relaxation, we can shoot a new movie in your mind so that your brain knows you're safe, and it can start to send out healing signals, healthy, happy signals to your body so that it doesn't keep attacking itself, the immune system calms down, and your symptoms resolve. So during the 10 days, you will get a chance to experience for yourself just how simple, powerful, and effective this is, and how your symptoms can start to shift as your body now begins to realize that it is safe. So the 10-day experience is for you if you feel like you're stuck in your autoimmune condition, your body is inflamed, you have high levels of pain, you have flare-ups, you feel stuck and tired of wasting your life, you're sick and tired of spending days in bed, you feel like you sometimes are more of a burden to your family and your loved ones, you're tired of asking for support and it actually drives you kind of crazy to have to do that. You went to the doctors, tried medications, you've tried everything out there, and you really want to get to the root of the problem. So if this sounds like you, then this 10-day experience is for you. So I want to share, if you want an invitation and the details of all of this, which starts on March 10th, just say invite in the comments. I will reach out, I'll message you. It's only $33 to join for the 10 days. We're going to have prizes. We're going to have all sorts of fun things. So it's not just going to be healing in that heavy, serious way, but it's going to actually be being part of a community of people who are also working on healing at this level. And I'm super excited to run this next week, starting March 10th. And again, if you want to be part of this container, be part of this experience, say invite in the comments, and I will reach out with an invitation to you. So, as we wrap up, just understanding that, our bodies do not attack themselves for no reason. That's one of the things I've been really emphasizing lately when I talk to people. Your body is smart. So, why are your immune cells attacking you? They're attacking you because they think the world is unsafe, you're unsafe, that your body can be confused about what is your human cells versus what is an actual threat. And healing trauma and regulating the nervous system through that process is really the key. Even if you've tried a lot of other things, I have worked with many, many women who have tried many things and have had success through this approach. So again, say invite if you are interested in the details of the 10-day experience to rewire your brain, to heal your autoimmune, and I would love to see you there. If you have any questions after watching this, I see a couple of you are live, so feel free to drop a comment, question in the chat. And if not, if you watch this as a replay and you have a question, drop it in the comments or send me a message. I'm happy to answer, and I'll be circling back to this video replay later to make sure that if you do have any questions or if you've asked for an invite, that you get what you need. And I truly hope that this was helpful to you, that you understand a little bit more about why healing isn't just working at the physical level. So thank you for taking about 15 minutes with me today, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or your evening whenever you're watching this, if you're catching the replay. All right, thank you.